Okay, good evening everyone, and welcome to Love Your Body with Ease. So this is a dear subject of mine, and tonight I'm going to do something quite different from what I normally do, and just talk about issues in the tissues and the weight that I have let go of in the last year, and what I found behind that, some really deep emotions that I hadn't even looked at, even though I've been doing this work for many, many years. I'm just going to go back to my notes here and make sure I keep on track, because it's always one thing I can get sidetracked. So I've got 3 massive mistakes workshop leaders make that leave them feeling small, disheartened, and disconnected from their body. And I'm sure everyone on the call is a light worker and really wants to have a deeper connection and bringing that light out within themselves and through their. So I'm just going to put you on mute for a moment because I do hear some noise coming through. So, and I'll open up the lines every so often. So, okay, that should be a much cleaner line. So for the recording, I have had quite a few requests to get the recording after the call. So my name is Carol M. Friesen, and I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I've been doing psychosomatic therapy for the last 13 years, and I've had a true honor to work with the founder and director of the Australasian Institute, Herman Mueller, from Australia, and promoting this work right across Canada. And getting to meet absolutely amazing people through this work and reading thousands of faces at expos. So it's a real honor to be a mirror for people to see their beauty of who they are and see their whole inside light up just by being recognized for their true self. So but my life hasn't always been that way. I've had a lot of ups and downs, especially through my physical body with a lot of operations. I've been cut open 3 times in my abdomen. I've had from a car accident and adhesions. And I've had my gallbladder out and lower back surgery when my relationship or my marriage and my restaurant that I owned for 14 years wasn't doing so well. And it's through my own physical body that I've really learned so much. It's been my teacher, and up until I started this work, I barely even knew I had a physical body. It was like I was living in my head so much that, boy, when I came home and actually started appreciating my body, which became my journey, and people say, how did you pick this work? And I says, I didn't pick this work. I think it picked me. So, with that, I have a lot of 3 keys for light workers is so much of what's the transition that's happening on the planet right now since December 21st, 2012, and the energies have shifted more into the sacred feminine. And the energies coming up through the life force of Mother Earth, if you want to call it Kundalini. I don't like to use too many of the Eastern so-called terminology, but I like to call it the life force of Mother Earth is coming up so strong through us right now. It is so important to be grounded to the life force through our own physical body, and the transformation can be amazing because it's going to come through anyways. And even in the last 8 or 9 months since the energy has shifted from the masculine to the feminine energy, it's like this energy is going to happen anyways. It's going to come up like a dandelion comes up, can grow right through a block of cement or pavement. And nothing will stop Mother Earth's life force And as we are the conduit between the energy, the light source, and the life force, all sorts of things have started to really speed up, and I think we can all feel that. But also our healing and whatever we haven't dealt with can really speed up at this time. And that's why I really wanted to share my experience for the last 8 or 9 months with letting go of excess tissue that no longer served me. When I was last summer, I got on the scale, and I was the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I was just over 160 pounds, and I'm not very tall. I'm 5'4", and I have a very small frame. And even though I've been doing this work, it's like there was something I couldn't even see myself, a deep emotion or a deep part of myself that I probably didn't like and I didn't want anyone else to see. And when I stepped on that scale and I was well over 160 pounds, I says, no friggin' way, absolutely not. And I really went on a mission to let this go. And I slowly started changing a few things within myself, especially eating. I went on Eat Right for my blood type, which has been absolutely amazing for me. It's I've taken out, because I'm O positive, or just O in general, is that's all we really have to know, not about positive or negative. But I started into a journey of incorporating more meat and fish into my everyday lifestyle. I've taken out wheat completely. I only eat Ezekiel bread and no dairy whatsoever, except a little bit of feta cheese. So, and eating more greens, and apparently cabbage and cauliflower puts weight on O's. So I would suggest anyone, even though you don't make it a lifestyle, maybe at least look at your blood type and take out the things that act as poison, or that it says on the charts to avoid completely. And those actually act as poison in our body. And since then, I eat way more than I used to, and the weight just melted off me in perfect proportions. And my body's found its own way, and no more wheat belly, and now I even put some bread in my mouth and I have to spit it out, because it's just like a rejection. I can't eat this. And so that's been an amazing journey to watch my body transition. And through that, as the weight started coming off, I didn't realize what was coming. I had less and less protection that I was hiding something very deep inside myself. And it was like I was walking around for 6 months being completely angry, and anger at myself, and it was coming out of, it seemed like every pore of my body as I started letting go of that protection. And that anger served me well for, I guess, 50-some years. And beyond that, there was a lot of judgment for myself, and I'm sure I was judging others in that journey too. And people were starting to tell me, Carol, why are you so angry? And it was just in my energy field. And I grew up in a very angry home. My father was, I've always remembered him as very angry, and I'm sure as a child we take on so much of our environment, and that was a big part of it. So not all the stuff that we carry is our own, but it is working through our body. And I think it sort of crested with the flood here in Calgary, and of course I got flooded also. And I started out being grateful, and then I got angry again. Like, why does it happen? Like, why do I have to go through this again? And through that, I had a very dear friend actually call me on some of the stuff that was coming out of me, and I really sat in it for a good week and a half and looked at my own anger, and I could see it, even though it was still very subtle, yet someone else could see it in me. And like anything, it's always easier to see it in other people than in ourselves. So I look at every thought now. Is there any judgment to that thought, or is there some anger behind it or frustration? And I thought I'd processed a lot of that, but as the weight came off, I could no longer hide that part of myself. And I became very self-absorbed, almost on a mission to let go of this weight. And even though I love my body, I wasn't loving it at 160 pounds. And yet I teach this work, and the more I got honest with myself, the more the weight came off in the right proportions. And so even as a light worker, the mistakes we make is just, here again, I am a 246, so I'm master of denial, and I was denying even showing people when I was angry. And I would internalize so much of that, so I thought I could hide it, but obviously I wasn't. So 3 sacred keys. Number 1, of course, is awareness, and I'm just so grateful that I had a friend that was a friend enough to really point it out to me. And it took me back a bit, and I really had to step back and look at myself again, and what am I holding? And it wasn't pretty. I did a lot of breathing through it, and it sort of brought me out on the other side now. But it was some really deep, I really had to do some soul searching and bring myself through that. And I think a lot of it was turned the anger towards myself, and my body was feeling that also. And with that said, I've got, with the awareness of fully aware, I think it's so important as a light worker is not to be aware, yes, consciously of everything we do, but also be fully aware of those feelings and not burying the feelings of anger and judgment. It's like I want to look right in my face now. And I think the times of hiding aren't here anymore. It's more and more people are uprooting and moving, or so much has come up with bipolar, and people aren't grounding. And it's just so much more important now, more than ever, in this healing transition that we're in, and it's just starting to gain momentum. And myself, as a teacher of psychosomatic therapy, I really had to go into my own home or my own body and let go of the last little residue. We keep saying the last little residue. I'm sure there's more, but of this awareness of what is our deep-seated issues, and allow that just to flow out of the body. And that's the first key, is definitely awareness, aware of every thought we have, especially now. We're manifesting these thoughts so fast. And I can't say that strong enough, is to, as people are getting into their tribes and realigning with things that are important to them or their values, allowing it to transmute through our own bodies, especially with talk of war, and with Monsanto and the oneness movement, people standing up. People are very angry all over the planet, and that's coming through all of us. And like I said earlier, yes, it's from childhood, environment, but also what's happening around the planet, that we connect with this, and us as light workers move through that. Just be so aware when that anger was surfacing, even with Syria, that this was coming through each and every one of us, because we're all connected. So really determine be aware of which is yours and which are you transmuting for mass consciousness. Either way, it's still connected. And so if you have some stuff come up, just allow it to come through, not push it back, just be aware you can transmute it just through a few breaths, and really own it as it comes through you, and your body will transmute whatever needs to work through us. So the second key that I wanted to talk about is alignment. And alignment is so important, is being aligned within our spinal column, connecting the life force with the light source, life force coming up from Mother Earth and the light source coming down from the universe, and allowing those two energies to meet within our physical body in a point of balance in the heart. So some of this work that I have been doing on myself was through what I call bedroom yoga, which I teach in my classes. It's opening up 3 lower chakras, especially the base, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And I've had some amazing transformation through spending anywhere from 15 minutes to 2 hours at a time, first thing in the morning, connecting with my spinal column, aligning to these energies, and making a few small moves that it was like I was wringing out my spinal column, and I could feel the heat and tense muscle release, and this surge of fire come up through my body from my hip joints. And it was like I was wringing this old energy of anger out of myself. And here again, I didn't even realize how much it was going out into my energy field. I thought I was just moving energy. And I was breathing through it, and it was coming out more and more and releasing the tiny muscles in around the spinal column. So the last year of transition, even through that sacred space, I call meditation. It's an alignment. I meditate in my body, and I really connect with the center core, and the center core is everything. And allowing me to breathe through my diaphragm and connecting with the hip joints or the hip flexors, which is the psoas muscle. I started to find a new rhythm within my own physical body between the psoas on my inhale, drawing the energy up through my body, connecting with the diaphragm, opening the diaphragm, and then slowly let go and allow all the energy to go back in through me into the life force, and then gather up the life force and bring it up through my body. And it was like I was fully connected, or I am fully connected when I go through this. But I think it has sped up a lot of the healing process within my own body. And as I was letting go of the spinal column, the tension in my own spinal column, there was no longer a need to have the weight on my body to protect where I've stored anger and judgment and frustration within my own tissue. So that has been an amazing journey, and I am continuing that journey through that inner connection first thing in the morning before all the energies start waking up on the planet, and getting in more with the biorhythms of the life force of Mother Earth for early in the morning at 5 in the morning. And I can have the ability to connect very deeply through the subconscious just by aligning to that inner space. So that is so important for light workers, to find that inner alignment, whatever that may be for you. It's a very intimate journey into the spinal column, but it's so beautiful in there. It's so juicy, and understand why anybody wants to leave their body, because it's such a peaceful space through that center core once you can learn to breathe through the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system and become like a wave of energy connecting the life force and the light source. And let anything that's no longer serves you or would no longer serve me, the anger and judgment, and it did come out of me. And I feel I'm even way more genuine than I've ever been. I'm learning that almost from a humble sort of place, if you want to call it that, but I would call it more of a peaceful place within myself through the journey into my spinal column. So the third key is all about awakening, and awakening every cell and atom of the body at this time and allowing that life force to come through us. So that comes through awareness, alignment, and then the body really starts to awaken, and that's metamorphosing through us into transitioning into the beautiful butterfly, if you want to call ourselves that, and connecting with the rhythms of the rhythms of the planet, or the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And the more we transition through that, of course, there's always that larva stage, and then the caterpillar, and now we're transforming into this beautiful butterfly. And I'm not saying it's going to be an easy journey, but we're in the soup right now, and the more we can get into that alignment and allow our light to just shine through us, through our, what do I call the body as a lighthouse, and light the way for many others. So that has been my sort of journey for the last 8 or 9 months. I'm going to say 9 months. How's that? That's sort of like a birthing canal. And I really wanted to share that with people, is to just really connect with these old energies that are now working through us at such deep levels, and just really the importance of staying grounded and centered as things are speeding up so fast. And if we think things aren't working for us, or it seems like we're pedaling uphill the whole way, we do get to the top, and I'm sure it'll get easier as we let go of old stuff, like some really, really old stuff. So with that, I would like everyone just to take a few nice big breaths and just breathe in and just let go. Breathe in, connect with the life force of Mother Earth, and draw it up through your spinal column with every inhale up. Fill yourself with life force and just let go and empty yourself. And as you empty yourself, just receive the light from the universe. And keep that breath going with every inhale. Just feel it through your center core, feeling it coming up through your spinal column. See the life force of Mother Earth, the beauty of her creation. You are a part of her body. And just let go and allow it just to flow through you. Dropping deeper and deeper into your spinal column and allowing the light of the universe to stream through you, but bathing yourself in beautiful white light and anchoring that into the earth at this time. And inhale up. And hold. And just let go. Allow yourself to soften all your outer muscles. It's all about the center core. And it's like a beautiful straw. You inhale it up. Lift your energy up right from the pelvic bone. For the women on the call, you can actually do a Kegel lift. And it pulls the energy up through the body and slowly let go. When you come to that beautiful center core, feel the innocence of that beautiful inner child, if that's, or the innocence and vulnerable side of ourselves that we protect so deeply, and just let go of the protection. That beautiful child within wants to shine the brightest light. Inhale up. And just connect. And exhale down. And inhale up. Hold it. Hold it. And let go. Now just take a moment and connect with that inner child or that innocence. And what would you tell that beautiful little girl, that beautiful little boy? What did he or she love to do? What are her dreams? And who are you as the adult? Who are you going to live for? You're going to live and allow that innocence of the child to shine out through you. Our vulnerability. Allow yourself to open up to that sacred space. And as a light worker, the innocence of that beautiful child will shine through your eyes. And tell her it's okay to be angry, that you're here for her now. It's okay to be frustrated. Or if her feelings are hurt, you're here for her, you as the adult. And as you look into your own eyes, you see the light of your soul. That innocence is your soul. Everything she's been through is living in cellular memory. And now's the time to let go. Letting go of all the karma, all past life experiences. For you only have now. This present moment with your innocence. And no longer do we want to protect that. That is the love. The energy and the crown and glory of love is that child or that innocence. And most of our lives we've been taught that's a weakness. but that is your strength. The strength to allow other people to see that part of yourself. And breathe in. Lift her and let go. Let the life force of Mother Earth burn off what no longer serves you. And it doesn't always look pretty, but that's okay. We can let it go. Inhale up. And just let go. Now take a moment and feel your body, being aware of your whole body all at once. And with every breath you take, as you become that conduit between the life force and the light source, which meets in the heart, allow that to come out into your energy field. And feel the feelings of love in every cell and atom of your being. And your body will feel your love. And like every child, we're all trying. We're all doing our best of what we know what to do, what we understand what to do in this moment. Like every child, if they've done their best is good enough. And we're all learning to come back to that space or that peace within. And if we can come back to that every day, to that center core, whatever you're going through, stop, connect with your center core, with your spinal column. That's where the tension is held. Those tiny little muscles in around the spinal column is the ones that need to be released. Not the large muscles. They get a lot of exercise throughout the day and use or expression, but it's in the center core of letting go. And it can be so easy. It's just a breath away. And full awareness of that alignment to awaken. To bring light into every cell and atom. And the body has all the intelligence. It will heal itself. If you consciously come home and just love your body. And take a moment right now and make that commitment to yourself of something you can do every day to come back to this space. It's so innocent. It's so intimate. It's the deepest intimacy you'll ever find. And intimacy means into me I see. Letting go of the judgment of who we are, or what we've done, or what other people have done to us. It's time just to let go. And we're in such amazing energy right now to do exactly that. If you have a pen in your hand right now, I'd like you to write one sentence of that commitment that you'll make to that inner child in your body. Who are you going to live for? And post that or somewhere where you can see that every day. That commitment to yourself. And just love the person who you're becoming in this moment. So as you connect with that beauty as a light worker, you're no longer feeling small. See your light grow stronger and stronger. Connecting to your heart center as your body feels a deep connection the more you stay home. And the stronger that light shines through your center core, the brighter your light will shine to show many others the way. And feel that. It's no time to play small. It's time to just let our light shine brighter and brighter. And as a light worker, it's not so much what you do, it's who you are. See your whole house in around you start to get brighter and brighter with every breath you take as you strengthen that inner light in the center core. As the more you plug yourself in, the stronger your light grows. So with that, take a few more deep breaths and just celebrate that you're here today on this call. Obviously, you were called to be here. To just take even this 15 minutes of that centering that we just did and alignment and start to hold that as much as possible every day. And that commitment that you wrote to yourself, make that sacred to you. So as a light worker and connecting even our lights today on this call, we're changing it for mass consciousness to awaken to the greatness of who they are. The crown and glory of creation, of Mother Earth, and you're part of that. So what I'm going to do now is unmute the line, and if anyone has any questions, is everyone unmuted? Oh, sounds like someone's doing work. Does anyone have any questions? Hello?
Hi, Carol.
Hello? Who's this?
This is Fran, but I don't have any questions. I think this is just beautiful.
So what did you experience through the commitment, or have you?
I think I really need to come and see you, I think. But but it's amazing, just being, helped through it. I'm certainly going to love me more.
We all need reminders before it really shows up too strong with other things, dis-ease and disharmony. So did you get your blood type, Fran?
Yes, I did. It's the same as yours.
Oh, so you're O. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's an easy
one. But it's hard when you don't want to eat meat.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's lots of seafood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm as opposed to seafood, so.
Well, it's a choice.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
I think there just needs to be a little bit of time for my body to adjust because I'm not shedding anything yet.
That takes a while. It took me about a month or two, and then suddenly it started to come off slow,
okay.
And then all of a sudden it came really fast. So it's just
really?
your body needs to readjust, and even if you just take out the avoid column, that will, and keep, breathing into yourself and doing psychosomatic work, right? So it's looking at many things. So
yeah.
Well, thank you, Fran.
Oh, that was I'm
Wonderful.
So grateful to you for sharing that little bit of that program.
Yes, it's like I say, it's been a real journey. With I angry, but I wasn't dealing with it. I was still denying it in an old pattern of denial, and the way I used to deal with it, yet I didn't have the protection. So.
Well, I think I'm going to have a little bit of that to deal with as well.
Yes, people think that letting go of all the weight is great. I might look great, but that's a huge trend when that weight does come off and what old emotions come up. That there's a lot to it. So anyone else got some questions or want to make a comment or? Natalie on the phone, or I think a lot of people are on the website. You can actually there's a Q&A, and you can just type words in there. I think. I haven't used this service before, so. So anyone new on the call, I do have an amazing, which I don't give away very often, but I have about 2 hours of video. It comes in a 3-part series, if you go to corepotentials.com/summit, SUMMIT, and you'll go to a landing page. We'll ask for your email, and you get a series of videos in the next over the next 2 weeks. Is some amazing videos, how to stand, how to walk, how to do some of the breath work that I'm talking about. I will say that I made this video about a year ago, so I am about 40 pounds heavier in that video. So to be honest, I could barely watch it myself. But then again, there goes my judgment. So I watched that. And but the information is awesome. I actually made those videos for my bonus video for my #1 bestseller through Amazon, which is succeeding in spite of everything. With 37 other amazing authors telling their turning point stories. So it's a very special video. It's not open to the public. I only give that video away because there's a lot of information. So anyone wants those videos, they're up on that link with, and if you don't catch it, you can always email us tomorrow, info@corepotentials, and Agnieszka will send you out that link again for those videos. So there's lots of information in there, and the ones that have done some of our classes, like Fran, it's a great reminder of some of the work that, especially when you see it on a video. So it gives you some of the practices, how to do it. So that's something that I would like to bonus to everyone that's just been on the call tonight. And this is the first time I've shared my journey about the anger. Most of the time I was in it. I really hit the wall about 2 weeks ago. And so I decided I'm going to share with people what's buried behind weight and what to look for as they are transitioning at this time, and not to be scared of that. Just let it come out. Like I say, bring it on. Let it all come out. Yeah, so just be part of it. Just realize you're transmuting and metamorphosing for the whole, for mass consciousness. So I also have my tour starts this weekend in Saskatoon. So anyone from Saskatchewan or Saskatoon, I will have a introduction evening, a live event on Monday night in Saskatoon. I'm going to be in 4 cities this fall. I'm in Saskatoon, Calgary, Vancouver, and Edmonton. And for the live events, which is Self-Healing with Ease, is the name of my evening live events. And I will be offering courses in Full Body Awakening, which is a 3-day intensive. So if you're interested in that, I invite you out for a live event. Or if you just want to get a hold of our office, you can call 877-846-3948 or info@corepotentials, and it will give you, Agnieszka will answer all the questions you have about courses coming up and how to get more into your body and how to get juicy in the skin you're in. That's the best part, is just getting juicy and coming back to that innocence. So it's been a real transition for me too, even in the last year, because I'm rebranding my whole company into the Lightworkers Institute. And even with my heels dug in, I think this is finally, I don't think I could step into that position while I was still carrying some of that deep-seated anger and judgment. And so I'm really in a place of gratitude that I did look at it, and that I had a friend that literally put up her hand and said, "No more, Carol, if this is what's coming out of you." So that's got to be our best friends, that really, someone that can point out our own dog doo-doo, if I call it. I did have to find the diamonds in that dog doo-doo. So it's always fun. So with that, if there's any more questions or speak now, or we actually, I'm going to leave you in that space of breathing into yourself and really take the rest of the evening just to sit quietly. And why are we in such a hurry to be entertained, and just to sit within ourselves, that space, and breathing into our spinal column. And I just tell my body, or I ask it, just let go, show me the way. Let go and keep reconnecting those inner circuits of aligning with love and peace within ourselves. That's the only thing we can do is within ourselves. It won't happen in the outer world until we can find it within ourselves. So that's what I'd like to leave everybody with, is love that beautiful inner child. Make sure you go to the mirror and look into your own eyes and see the beauty of who you are. So with that, I'd like to say good evening to everyone, and enjoy the journey. And if you have any questions, please get a hold of us. So thank you all for being here this evening. And I see there's quite a few people on the webcast or phoned in by the flash phone. I only found that feature out on this conference calling, so I'm glad we could connect with that, so not everyone has to. I'm on my cell phone because my phone is really, I don't know what's happening with the landline right now, but another transition of some sort. So good evening, everyone, and have a wonderful evening, and make sure you give yourself a big hug. So
I miss those hugs.
Space. Okay, hugs to everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you. Night.
Bye. Good night. Good night.